The British police. The police have many functions in the legal process, as well as gathering information for offences to be prosecuted in the courts. The police have wide powers to arrest, sort, and question people suspected of crimes and to control the actions of members of the public during public demonstrations and meetings. In some countries, the police have judicial functions. For example, they may take a decision as to guilt in a driving offense and impose a fine without the involvement of a court. The mere presence of the police in effect in deterring people from committing offences. A just legal system needs an independent, honest police force. In countries where the public trusts the police force, people are more likely to report crimes, and it seems that they are also more likely to be law-abiding. Police powers are great, and they are given to the police as a part of their overall responsibility to enforce the law, but they are all governed by the law and are subject to strict control by rules and regulations. For example, a British police officer is subject to the law and may be sued or prosecuted for any wrongful act committed in carrying out duties. Legislation and the code of practice in England are designed to prevent any abuse of power enjoyed by the police officer. In 1985, the Police Complaints Authority was established to supervise the investigation of any serious complaint against the police officer. The police in Britain organized very differently from any other country. Most countries have a national police force which is controlled by central government. Britain has no national police force. Also, the police is supervised by the central government's Home Office. There is a separate police force for each of 52 areas into which the country is divided. It has a police authority, a committee of local county councillors and magistrates. The policing of London is in the hands of the Metropolitan Police Force, with headquarters at New Scotland Yard. The force cooperate with each other, but it is unusual for members of one force to operate in an office area unless they are asked to give assistance. One of the important powers of the police, which has caused much difficulty and controversy, is the power to question or interview persons suspected of crime. The Police and Criminal Evidence Act 1984 provides numerous laws to protect people in England who are being interviewed by the police. All members of the British police must gain a certain level of academic qualifications out of school and undergo a period of intensive training. The career structure in the British police force allows to be promoted from constable to sergeant, then through inspector and superintendent to chief constable. In London, the head of the force is called the Metropolitan Commissioner. He heads the force, which now has more than 25,000 police officers, 1/5 of all the officers in England and Wales. Police are helped by a member of special constables, members of the public who work for the police voluntarily 3 hours a week. Women make up about 10% of the police force. In most countries, the police carry guns. The British police generally do not carry firearms, except in Northern Ireland. In certain circumstances, Specially trained police officers can be armed, for instance, those who guard politicians and diplomats or who patrol airports, but only with the signed permissions of a magistrate. Police now use advanced modern equipment. These ranges from motorbikes and squad cars to helicopters. It includes the most advanced surveillance aids and access to the police national computer and the facilities of the Forensic Science Service. This service runs highly sophisticated laboratories where forensic scientists carry out the scientific examination of exhibits. Even since the first police force in England was founded, the police have come under criticism for denying civil liberties, for failing to catch criminals, or for catching the wrong people. These cases, which have resulted in serious injustice, have had a profound effect upon the whole criminal justice system and, of course, the police and the manner in which they carry out their duties. They have also resulted in very significant changes in the law.